friends. I'm Bubs, and you can see all my nubs in there. Oh yeah, camera's not gonna focus. But welcome to this Saturday stream. What are you doing, boy? What you doing, Mr. Puppy? Got my cat in my lap. You can sort of see him there on the edge, laying his head on the desk. So yeah, I hope that everybody has a wonderful day today. So we're gonna keep working on the Calibarn, however you call it. We got the head on him done last stream, and we're going to get the body done this stream. So, I'm gonna try to keep this mostly on camera, but you know, cat in your lap makes it a little difficult to build right on camera. I need that one. We need a B4. Alright. Sorry, son. Sorry. He's just like, Father, please stop. Let me just lay in your lap. Nope, you chose to sit here. You knew the consequences. Okay. So I was gonna stream last night, but I forgot that I had promised my friend we would go and see the new Slime movie, because I forgot it came out yesterday. So that was, I went after work, and we were there pretty late. I didn't realize it was 2 hours long. And it was an anime movie, that's for sure. But I got home and I was just completely exhausted. I'm like, well, it was like 8 o'clock already, and so at that point, I probably only would have streamed for like an hour before being like, alright, that's it, because I've been too tired, so. And then I was going to stream this morning, but somebody had posted in one of the groups, one of the Gunpla groups I'm in, that the Char Zaku Master Grade was restocked at a Hobby Lobby. And so I was like, well, they open at 9. I'm gonna go check and see if they've got it. And of course they didn't. They had some kits, but he is just like, Father, stop sanding. They had some kits, but unfortunately nothing I was after. They've had the same master grades for at least 2 weeks, I feel like. And I mean, it's not bad master grades. One of them has like the gold frame strike freedom master grade, and it's pretty cool. The full burst, yeah, that's what I think is what it is. Full burst strike freedom, and like regular strike freedom. And I'm not a huge strike fan. I've got a Destiny MiG master grade to do, and because I've done so many high grade strikes. Like just this month, I've done 2, at least, maybe 3. I'd have to look. No, just 2. I have 3 total because I've got a Ale Strike that I did years ago, and I panel lined and cleaned that guy up a little bit. So technically, 2. We'll call it 2.5. But I'm not a huge fan of gold-colored frames to start with. And it's not just gold frame, it's gold-plated frame, I think, which I have zero interest in doing because, you know, I'd have to wear gloves, and not. It's just gonna sit forever because I'm not gonna do it. Are we done? Are we leaving? Goodbye, Mr. Buffy. I don't even know when I would build it because, come on, I'm not, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the gold frame stuff, and there we go. So like I have that figurized Wargreymon, the amplified one, and it's just been sitting because I don't want those like dark pock marks all over it, so I guess I'm gonna have to paint it, right? Maybe? I'm not sure. Come on. There we go. I really should lock focus, but I really need to get this. I've got a focus puller. I guess I could. God, I set a focus puller up just to pull focus for a Gundam stream, just for a little keep focus where I want it. That's a psycho idea. Like, it's cool, it's funny if you think about it, but it's like, it's so much work. It probably would literally be easier to just reach up and adjust my focus manually versus a focus puller, but I think if I just keep my hand here, it'll keep focus. I just don't think my hand was close enough to the lens. I think it's too low, so it's focusing on this shit instead. I don't do video stuff a lot, so it's just not going to focus on the part. It's fine. That's fine. Turn the mic down a little bit. Now I'm closer to it than I was a second ago, so hopefully I'm not blowing anybody's eardrums out. So, but yeah, so me and my buddy went and saw the Slime movie, the new one, and it was interesting. It was okay. I've always said that even though they make the Slime movies semi-canon, I find them to be primarily fan fiction for the most part. Like, I feel like that's what they are, and it's fine, you know. If you've seen them, you know, like the last one. I think it was the last one, had the after credits scene. And like this one did too. And I get they want to tease that in a way that gets people to want to watch the show. But just some things that happened in the movie, it's just like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know about that one, Chief. Just don't know. I'm not gonna talk about it too in depth since it's, you know, just came out yesterday, and I'm sure anybody there's still people that want to see it, right? So I'm not gonna really talk about it too much. Like I said, it was okay. But that's about it. You really only need to watch the after credits scene, I feel like. And is that really worth $18? Speaking of $18, so after the movie, on my way home, I stopped at one of the local hobby shops because I wanted to see if they had the G-Quacks Zakus. I just sort of was interested to see. And I have just the main G-Quacks. And I picked it up for like $18 or $19. Like, it was cheap. It was pretty inexpensive. Because that, you know, Hobby Lobby discount. Fuck Hobby Lobby, but, I mean, you know, it's hard to argue with some of the kit pricing they have. I mean, shit. If you know, you know, unfortunately. But so I stopped at a local hobby shop to see if they had the G-Quox Zaku's or the Shard Master Grade, because I don't mind to pay a little bit more to keep local shops open, right? But so I understand everything going on and whatnot, and it sucks, right? But they wanted, before tax, $27 for a G-Quox Zaku Soldier. I don't know if that's what it's actually going for. I'm curious now. Jesus, you think it'd be really easy to find the G-Quox, because oh god, they actually are $26. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. They're $26 online. So I just like, nope, not buying that. $26. I mean, again, for another like 10, I can get a freaking master grade. I can get a master grade of a kit I like. I mean, or a real grade. You know, like $36 is like just a lot of master grades, a lot of real grades, and I guess I'm still stuck in the mindset that master grade or high grade kits are like $15, $20. Like any more than $20 are not worth it. There's some, right? Like the Penelope and the Z, the other one from Hathaway. I get those are a big fucking chunk of plastic for a high grade. But we're talking about a Zaku high grade. Why is a Zaku high grade $26? And you know what? Maybe it's a mini master grade. But you know what that's called? A real grade. And you know how much the real grade Zaku is? It's like 25. I think it's $35 actually right now. Might be 45. But I mean, like, I saw the Shar Zaku for like $35 in the real grade recently at like an actual hobby shop. And it's like, fuck, for another $5, like, I know it's an early real grade, but it's a fucking real grade over a high grade for an extra $5, $6. It'll take you a lot longer to do and whatnot. I say as I'm doing a high grade over a real grade, but I didn't want to start my very first set of streams building a freaking real grade and spend a month streaming that. That may be what I do next. I've got a few real grades I want to do, and I wouldn't mind doing a real grade on stream. I actually was telling my buddy that I was going to do the Zeong real grade, because I ordered... Well, I tried to order water slides for it, but I actually found some locally instead of having to essentially pay a bunch of money for them. But I also got the metal detail up kit, and that came with water slides too. So I don't know how many water slides I actually have for the Zeong, but that is not going to be what I do next. but I do want to do it. I said I was going to do that next, but I sort of want to do some older kits and be like, yeah, alright, now let's do a new kit, and it's like easy, as I do a Witch from Mercury, which is supposed to be really nice. And it is, don't get me wrong. I was working on so I got home after moving everything last night, and I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to stream, but I still want to build. So I worked on my Death Scythe, and I'm just like, fucking nubs. I really like the Death Scythe. Yeah, it's got some thickums, some really thickums nubs on it. So the other night, after stream, I thought I was gonna watch double original Gundam after stream, and I did. I finished the episode I was on, which was where Amuro runs away because he's a little bitch. I watched this. I started watching a YouTube video on 0079. It was because I was talking last stream about, is 0079 still good, and I think it is. Does it still hold up? I think it does. But during the video, he had talked about the parallels between Eva and Gundam, and I don't disagree. Watching it was really funny, like after hearing that, because Amuro running away, I mean, obviously Anno stole that and used it with Shinji, but it was just really funny. And I like to think about what would have happened if, instead of being the biggest bitch on the planet, Shinji had just went fucking hard on the angels, like Amuro did on that base. It would have been hilarious. I guess he technically did, because Misato slapped him that one scene. She's like, you gotta follow orders, bitch. And he's like, but I beat the angel, didn't I? What's it matter to you? And that's sort of what happened in that episode, the episode after. But so like I watched that episode, and then I went to watch the next episode, and I got really fucking confused because episode 18 opens with I think the start of episode 15, where he's doing the core fighter merge, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's going on? I thought I had, like, where I was watching it had doubled up the video files. And so I went to check like episode 19 to see if it was the same way. And I was like, wait, why is this the intro as well? And so I tried to watch the next episode, because I'm like, well, I guess I can skip 2 episodes. And it was the same. And so if you've watched Gundam, you know my fuck up already. Oh, and I was really fucking confused what was going on. So instead of trying to figure out what was going on, I just watched Thunderbolt instead. I watched the first part of Thunderbolt. And I'll talk about Thunderbolt in a minute. But so last night, while I was working on Death Scythe, I'm like, I guess I'm gonna try to watch Gundam again. And I started, I think it's episode 18 is the Xeon Mine, and you know, I'm still confused as hell. The place I was watching it at was like, yeah, it should be fine, it should be good. You know, Netflix or Crunchyroll or whatever, Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime, right? Gundam is an Amazon Prime exclusive, I think. It has to be, because I think I watched it there, but I don't remember where. It doesn't really matter. So I'm watching it, and I'm so confused for the opening, because it's just Amuro flying away in the core fighter, and then that narrator comes in and is like, "This is what happened last time," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm stupid." I didn't realize. I forgot old anime did that shit, because I don't think up to that point they had used the same intro I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been building most of the time. I've been watching the original series, so it's definitely possible that they did and I just, you know, completely missed that. But my tiny brain was so lost for the first like 2.5 minutes, you know, with the intro and everything. And then, you know, the actual episode starts. And I was like, okay, we're good. We're good now. And then Amuro is a big baby bitch for 24 minutes. So yeah, Thunderbolt though, man. Thunderbolt is it Thunderbolt? Yeah, it's Thunderbolt because it's Operation Thunderbolt. So yeah, Thunderbolt was really good. I'm a little sad that the Thunderbolt ball is like $8,000. It's a premium Bandai high grade. So that's 3 balls I don't have. 2 of them are freaking P Bandai. It's at least 3 that I know of. So like last stream, I don't have the 7-Eleven ball because he's got that import tax of like $40 with shipping and everything. So I don't got that one. And then there's the Polyball. I think that's what it's called, the one with all the legs. I don't got that one. And that's also a premium Bandai exclusive, and I think that's also like $60 or $70. And then I don't have the Thunderbolt ball because the Thunderbolt ball is it's such an expensive high grade. And I think it's literally just the Verka, but high grade instead of an master grade. I'd have to look. I just know that it's not exactly worth it. It might be. Someone might tell me otherwise. And if it is, you know, that's fine. Maybe we'll look at it. Maybe I'll look at getting it, but I don't know. I feel like that's just quite a bit to pay. But man, that Psycho Zaku is ridiculous. I will one day build a Psycho Zaku. I don't know when, but one day we'll build a Psycho Zaku. I can't. That'll be a stream. Can you imagine how long building a Psycho Zaku would take? It's like what, 3,800 runners for the Verka? I think it's like 12 bags. Like I swear. Bag has 2 runners on average, so that's like what, 24 runners. I'll take my whole build table. That's like the Faz. The new Faz. I think it's like what, 44 runners. That'll suck to build. I say now because I'm not super, like, I've been building for a while, but I'm not. Like this, not like this. So that where's my focal point at? I guess somewhere in there. You can't tell because my camera doesn't want to focus. But the nub bent backwards. All the way backwards. I'm gonna have to do a different soundtrack for next stream. I don't want to listen to Stardew again. So probably I'm gonna do Undertale's probably fine, right? I did Portal soundtrack one time thinking that Valve wouldn't be copyright assholes, but they sure fucking... Oops. They sure copyrighted that whole fucking stream. I was a little sad about that. I was like, wow, I love Valve, and I mean, I get it. But, like, Wow. You know what I'm saying? But I get it, I guess, in a way. Gotta protect your IP. But I don't know. I don't know. Alright, so we'll go this way this time. This gotta be the most interesting stream to watch ever, just a motherfucker sanding little teeny tiny plastic parts. So yeah, so Thunderbolt, part 1 is fairly interesting. I had read that you can mostly watch Thunderbolt without having seen all of 79 and know what's going on, because it's sort of like a standalone. And yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. I was definitely a little confused. I think it was what, side 6 was who was fighting, and I'm assuming so side 6 was one of the colonies, but I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure it is. And then like, so I'm assuming that that happened after the start of the 1-year war, because the second part, which I started but didn't finish, said it's 8 months after the end of the 1-year war. Or is it 8 months after the Operation Thunderbolt? I'm gonna have to restart it, so I know what's going on. Anyways, I was a little lost, but I feel like as I finish 79, I'll sort of understand what's going on. I gotta readjust my chair. Hopefully, at least. Otherwise, I don't know. I'll have to rewatch Thunderbolt at some point when I watched all of 79 and everything. So I think I just need to watch 79 to. So yeah, I love the Psycho Zaku. I think it was awesome design for the Zaku unit and like the Psycho Commu and everything. Like, that is fucking sick. However, now I'm gonna be up front. I'm not the biggest fan of the 78, like the RX 78. I get it. It's granddaddy of all Gundam and everything. I don't really. It just doesn't do anything for me. I'm just not the biggest fan of the 78, which is ironic because I've got a few 78s to build, and I've built a few 78s, but sorry. I'll say it. But, I don't know. It's just, like, every Gundam is based off the 78. You know what I mean? Like, obviously every Gundam is based off the 78. But, if you think about it, every Gundam you build is a 78. Every Gundam you build is a... So... I tend to avoid 78s because it just doesn't do anything for me. So when I see the RX-78 with 4 bonkers massive ass shields. And don't get me wrong, I understand the point of them. I just rolled my eyes. Like a lot of the Verkok kits I'll look at and I'll go, I could see myself building that. I wouldn't mind building that. I see the Shield Gundam and I go, I don't want to build a Verkok 78. I don't want to build Grandpa Ka. I don't want to build Shield Grandpa Ka either. No sham. No sham. No shame if you like the 78 and you want to build the Shield Gundam with his 4 honker big ass shields. That's fine. He's just not for me. And that's okay. That's why there's so many Gundam models. There's one for everybody. But man, I hope nobody wants to see me build it, because I'm not going to. The Shield Gundam, I mean. Eventually, I will build a 78 on stream. I plan to build the Real Grade 2.0 eventually. When I want a Tiny Part Hell. And I've got a 3.0 Master Grade that I've heard that thing is a finicky bitch to build. So we may glue the fuck out of him. We'll see. We'll see how bad it is when we finally get to it. I'm trying to use the camera to sand this part. A little difficult, to be completely honest. I'm gonna have to do it like this. I can't see to do it the other way. So you just get to watch me sand a part into oblivion. How's this playing the exact same song? Oh, it's okay. It's still the same song. There's just a break in the middle, and I'm like, what the hell? This is on random. How could it play the same song twice? Like, I know there's multiple versions of each song, but that just seems crazy to me that it would somehow play the exact same version. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah, so Shield Gundam. I mean, you know, if he's your thing, he's your thing, but he ain't my thing. I'm trying to figure out what I want to build after this guy for stream, and part of me wants to do a master grade. I'm about to drop my file. Part of me, you can't see that nub on stream, but it's still there. Because the light's blowing it the fuck out. Which is good, I don't want you to see the nub. I swapped what lens I was using today. I was using a 28-70 last time, I was just a straight 35. But it's because I wanted to see if it would focus better versus using an adapter. And I guess it's focusing a little bit better, but I don't know. Alright. So now let's clean this part up. I sort of want to try to pan align that spot right there a little bit better. Because it's got a little bit in there, but it's not very dark. And then right here is the same way. I don't have the fan in here today, so I'm gonna have to do this quick, so I don't kill myself. Okay, or it just doesn't run. I don't know if you can tell, it just didn't do a great job. Maybe I just did it backwards. I should have done it this way. But whatever. We'll set that there for the moment. Or I guess we'll set. Oops. Let's let that sit for like, what, a half hour dry. So I need V5 and V8 next. That's 8. Okay, 5. I'm not cutting it on stream, sorry. And then we need D1, 2, and D1, 1 after that. That's D2. It's really hard to cut this like this, but I'm trying to use the stream to cut a little bit better. Whew. That was close, but I lost that. Alright, and then... So normally I put these here, but since that's still drying, I don't want to forget, we'll leave it there. Oh, I thought that wasn't a nub for a second. I was like, oh shit. I got stuck in there. Ooh. Where is this gonna be at? So this will be visible. Okay. I was trying to determine how I had to cut those. I'm trying to not kill this nub right here, but we'll see. Okay, so I don't like to do this, but we're gonna have to. Sorry, I need to focus. It's a very new blade, so it's very sharp, and I'm trying to not, well, take any more huge chunks out than I did. I need to adjust my f-stop, but I might have been able to do it this way to start with, but I think that's good. It's not, I mean, it's okay. The problem is that nub was in such a, it's the same on the other side, this nub's in such a weird spot. I might be able to sand it this way, but trying to get it started, getting to this file and grab it is the hardest part. But I did manage to get it. Mostly. Look at my cat bathing. Leg all the way up in the air. Just like he don't care. The nub removal looked a little bit, okay, now that, yeah. Still a little bit of a nub there. Hopefully I didn't take too much out there. I think I did. I think I did. Well, I guess his chest is just gonna have that spot. That was sort of a hard nub to deal with, so. If I actually sat and focused, maybe I could finish a part before the end of time. But I don't know. I'm a slow builder, and I enjoy building slow. Especially after how many kits I've just cut out and snapped together and they look like shit. What? I still don't remove seam lines. That's the next thing I want to do, like start on. But yeah. Maybe that's like a stream goal or something. I do a stream goal where I stream learning the panel seam removal and stuff. But that's not something I'm gonna do anytime soon. I mean, like I said, I just started doing panel lining recently, and I only recently got a good pair of, like, there's such a story behind these, why I have two pairs of single bladed cutters. But essentially, I tried to get these from Amazon for like over a week, and they just wouldn't ship them to me. They wouldn't give me my money back. And I went to a hobby store, and they had these just in stock, and I bought them because I was annoyed with Amazon, as one should be. And then these showed up the same day, and I'm like, well, fuck. I like my Stedis too, but I really should send these back. I don't think I can anymore. I think it's way past the point I could. Come on. Come on. There we go. I should have sent these back, is what I meant to say. But, you know, I'm not great at talking if you haven't noticed. I really should have panel lined that neck collar with the micron instead of trying to repanel line it with the oh damn, that's a thick nub. I should have hit that with the plus to start with, I guess. This piece was just nub hell. Just this piece though. There we go. You can barely see that nub mark. You actually might not be able to see it on camera. Yeah, I guess those two aren't... That's not terrible. I can't see it on camera. You sort of can see that one, I guess, but that one's pretty much gone. I'm watching my cat bathe himself still. He overgrooms himself. I gotta get up and stop him. That's why I was just making sure. He's a very bath-focused cat. He always has been. But sometimes he just goes a little too crazy. He's always been like that. Like, his brother's the same way. If his brother hasn't cleaned himself enough, like his brother hasn't bathed himself good enough, he'll just tackle his ass and bathe him until he thinks he's sufficiently cleaned. It leads to some funny fights. Especially like when my other cat's bathing himself already and he's like, oh, you are not cleaning yourself good enough. I'm gonna bathe you instead, fucker. And just comes and sits down on him and cleans him. It's funny. Trying to not get carpal tunnel doing this. It's fucking impossible. I love having these little drawers on the sides, but oh, sometimes the Timia bottles just get in the way. I say, I'm trying to avoid carpal tunnel as I use my wrist to sand. I see why people don't do this on stream. Like, actually, they just snap build for the most part, but guess what? That's what we're here doing. We're sanding. Maybe eventually I'll paint on stream, but that's not a today thing. I really gotta figure out the most optimal way to use this file. The most optimal way to use it is to use the fucking plus. The hell? What the fuck is that? Shutter release, disable recharge battery. Shit. I guess those batteries don't recharge to the camera. I was wondering, I didn't actually know, and now we know. Now we all know those don't recharge to the camera. was gonna plug it in. But I don't see a micro USB cable on my desk. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab that and get this battery charging in case I have that happen again. Alright, this thing, yep, yeah. Alright, hi, I'm back. I had a donut real quick, too. Figured why not while I was up. Got some more coffee. And yeah, so I grabbed my other spare battery. I streamed the other day. I didn't have to worry about it. I have a few different batteries for this camera, and I think only one of them charges in the body. Or this body only charges one specific battery. I'm not sure which it is. But I know that the battery that was in it sure doesn't charge, but I think this one does. I'm not sure. Regardless, I've got a spare battery. I've got a spare battery if this one dies, and then the other one is charging. If it gets to the point where I'm swapping batteries more than once a stream, I'll just buy a dummy battery. Well, I should probably buy one anyways, but it's not like I can wait to buy it, is what I mean. Oh, I took too much out. I hope this piece is hidden. So, I don't even know what I was talking about before my battery died, but I know I had been talking about Thunderbolt. Oh man, okay, so one thing I talked about last stream that I'm gonna bring up again is everyone talking about the One Island episode's animation being worse than the rest of Gundam. I still think that that's a hot take. Like, I think the animation is pretty consistent. Maybe it might have been a little bit worse than the rest of the anime. But like, man, it's still really bad. Like, it's good, but the animation isn't the best. So, I feel like saying that. What I'm trying to say is I feel like saying that episode is significantly worse than the rest of the series is silly. I think it's about the same, is what I'm trying to say. I will say I'm very excited. So now I'm almost halfway through. I think I'm on episode 20 now. And after stream, I'm probably gonna watch a few more episodes. I've actually debated watching it on stream, and like between the chat box and the instruction manual, put a little ticker that shows my progress in each episode. I've debated doing that so I have something to talk about on stream easier. But I feel like what's going to happen is I'm going to be even more distracted from working on my model kits. It's going to take me even longer, and I don't know how YouTube would handle that. Well, I guess if it's muted, like the chat doesn't hear it or anything. But I have to resync with chat every half hour. And I'm skipping off this so bad. I think it's part of the problem is trying to focus on that. Upside down. I really need to redesign this again so I have a spot for my little eraser. I can't put it there, it'll fall straight down and I'll lose it. But man, so back to Gundam. I think I'm still enjoying the original series, but and I still think it holds up today in most respects. But some of the crew, man, just annoys the dog shit out of me. Like how they are treating Amuro now that he's back at the ship. Like they locking him in the brig and sending Sayla out in the Gundam and making him be like, oh, if you're not here protecting us, look what happens. Everyone might die, Amuro. Like, the manipulation, that's the word I was looking for. The manipulation is sort of really fucked. But then, you know, you look how Amuro treats everyone as well, like Frau and stuff, and I'm not trying to say it's justified, but them trying to make him grow up that way is a little wild, I guess. I like how it's just not focusing on this at all. Oh, there we go. You can still sort of see the nub, but it's not that bad. This one I'm not even going to bother with the origin. I think that's what that one's called. I actually have no fucking idea. I just know this is the plus and that's not the plus. I don't have any tape on my desk. I need to clean this file out, but I don't have any tape to do it with. When it sort of gets like full of crap, like I can sort of tap it off on my desk or clothes or whatever, right? And it gets most of it out. But man, I got some painter's tape that just rips that out really well. I have some painter's tape in the living room, and I'm in my office, and I don't feel like getting up. So we'll have to do. Hell yeah. Oh. Ugh. There we go. I really don't like that connection though. Ooh. Okay. I guess we'll clean the collar up now. Alright, I'm sorry, I have to take this off camera to clean. I really can't see it. They really did not do a good job, and it just looks like poop. Yeah, I should have just panel lined it with the Micron to start with. That's fine. Okay. There we go. And then I sort of messed that up, but it's okay. Okay. So then that, then titties forward. Okay, I guess it's the titties backwards, huh? Backpack, I guess, the backpack nodules, but they're just their titties sticking out. Okay. Set him there. Haha! Part goes bouncing. Ooh, well, that's fine. Nope. Okay. Looks like oh no, I thought some panel liner got in there, but let's see if it'll. I guess I need to use a wider angle lens. So I'm trying to 35 for this stream. I used a 28 to 70, and I had it at 35, and it did okay. But I had a shorter depth of field, like a focal range. This you gotta be further away from this to focus. So maybe I've got another 20 millimeter. I might try and see if that works any better. But I'm also torn on trying a macro lens. See how that works. I don't know what focal length I need for this to be the best. I liked using the zoom because I could, zoom in on the part while I'm working on it. But I like that lens, but it's so slow on this camera because it's adapting an F to a Z. So But you know, buying a 28 to 70 Z mounts, a couple. Eventually, I'll have one, but it's just not anytime soon now. The tariffs and everything, that shit's even more expensive. It's imported from fucking Japan. I had sort of hoped that like Mikey or one of these new Chinese companies that have been up and coming with better lenses would put out a good zoom. Because, I mean, this is a Mikey 35. It's okay. I hate it for using for photography. I actually don't ever use this lens because I don't like it for photography. But for video, it's okay. I mean, I don't mind it for that. But like for photos, it's always so much darker than it looks. Like it's pretty. It doesn't look dark on the stream right now. Well, maybe it does a little bit. But that's because there's a light right above it, right? But man, when I'm taking photos, I gotta crank it so high, and it never looks great. I could not imagine playing Civilization 7 on my iPhone. Alright, sorry, I'm taking a short... I know I'm so slow at building, I'm like so many breaks, but you know, it is what it is. This is how I build in real life. I'm so slow at, but I enjoy it. I enjoy the process. So, back to what kit I want to build next. I've got a shark ball I really, really want to build. But I'm pretty sure it is a release kit. Oh shit. Can you see the runner letters on camera, I guess? This is not the shark kit runner. This one says 2023. So I'm gonna grab the shark runner because I want to see what it says. Box for this is in awful condition, but so it says 00 in the corner. Oh god, I can't let us drop that runner. Thank god it's ABS. So. Yeah, you can't see that at all. So that one's pointing at 8 and that one's pointing at 6. Has 2 arrows, So. I'm sure if someone was watching, they could have told me how old that kit was. But, you know, it's okay. Maybe someone who watches the VOD will be able to tell me how old it is. I should have got some fucking tape while I was up. It's okay, I knocked most of it out. Yeah, I should've. Yeah, so the seller I bought that, dude, that box is destroyed. The seller I bought it from had it cheap, air quotes around cheap, because the box was all fucked and one of the runners was opened up. I think it has all the runners. I've checked the manual, and it has the stickers. But if that kit's from 2004, I really don't trust the stickers in it. So I've got water slides ordered for it. Now, I've never done water slides, and I'm not sure if I want to make that my first kit I do water slides on, but we'll see. Oh my god, I'm trying to knock this knob down. This is taking forever. It's... Come on. I don't know if you can still see it. It's still got like 2 or 3 millimeter to go. Sorry, I consume a lot of nicotine while building model kits, and I can't help it. Gotta consume it. Don't consume nicotine, kids. Though. I mean, this stream's not for kids, so I mean, we're not a dubbing company here. I'm watching this part sand in the camera live view instead of just watching it. It's gonna fuck me up when I go to build a kit later. And I'm like, where's the live view at? Oh yeah. So much sand in. I just realized I don't know where the G-Clock stickers went. Shit. This is the G-Clocks anyways. Dude, I'm gonna keep calling this the G-Clocks D at a time. It's Calibarn. There they are. They're under the other sticker, other plate for this. Even after I finish building the G-Clocks, I'm going to keep calling kits the G-Clocks until literally I stop. Like, I'm going to build the G-Clocks and I'm going to call it something else the whole time I'm building it, just as a joke. And nobody that's not seen the stream will know what's going on. But you will, dear viewer of the VOD. You'll know what's going on. I'm gonna build the first G-Clocks Verka. Not even a thing, but it will be when I build it. I wonder what kit I could call the G-Clocks Verka and like tilt the most people. I wish there was an Evangelion Verka, because that would be really funny to do as like a Verka. Like, haha, I'm building the G-Clocks Verka. But it's actually just, you know, one. Come on, stay focused on my hands, damn it. Bro, these nubs. I mean, I guess I could cut them shorter, but I just fucking pulled it off on accident. That sucks. Now I've got a little bit of a fucky bump. Well, that put a pit in the part. I guess at least it goes in like this. The pit's on the back. But still, that sucks. I'm gonna go this way this time. I've been trying to figure out the best way to cut and sand these parts. Like what the best way to cut the sprue off is and what the best way to sand the part is. And you know, this is part of why I wanted to do this. Like part of why I wanted to live stream, because there's no good videos that actually like in-depth. Maybe there are and I've just not seen them. But like even the like videos talking about the Rasers, it's just like, and this is how it works, and it's like 30 seconds of sanding, and they don't like actually talk about it. And it's fine, I get it. They've got to get that review out for the free product. Well, I'm not sponsored by Gunprimer, so you get to watch me spend 30 plus minutes per piece sanding it. But I'll be honest with you, it's faster than doing it with the other stuff, I feel like. So that's gonna be hidden behind the back part. I should not have this on camera. Sorry, I like nicotine too much. If there was a nicotine colored Gundam, I would build that in a heartbeat. If I could paint, I would paint a Gundam to be nicotine colors. And I'm sure you're wondering what that is. Well, go ask your grandpa. He'll tell you. He's seen the nicotine Gundam. And if he doesn't know what the nicotine Gundam looks like, well, he's lying to you. Because he doesn't want to share his sweet, sweet nicotine with you. I had to show my grandfather what was up when he would want to show me the nicotine Gundam. Suffice it to say, he met a different Gundam than what he was expecting that day. The Rocky Balboa Gundam. I cut that completely off camera. I am sorry. So maybe I should sand this way. Maybe that'll work better. As you know, you really can't see it. It's fine. My microphone is right below the camera body, so I can't really move either right now. I need to really move where my microphone is, period. But I don't know where the desk mount for it went, so I could just print one, like 3D print one, and I might do that actually, but I don't know. It's on a 3D printed mount now, it's held it forever. And I could technically move that down, but it's tied to my monitor arms. So I'd have to put another monitor arm in there to make it work better, I think. Oops, I didn't swap to the other one. That definitely is probably too far through. Maybe not. Alright, these are pretty low nubs, so I'm not gonna... Woo! When I get up next, I'm gonna have to get that tape. Because I really need to clean some of this plastic out. Come on. See, besides Gundam, I've only really been watching, like, what else have I been watching now that I think about it? I don't even know anymore. I watched, like, a few horror movies, really, more than anything else. But, huh. Is that really where my focus points ends at? That's so low. I'm definitely have to swap what lens I'm using. But that'll be a next stream thing, not a this stream thing. Let me just... Maybe that'll help. I think my f-stop's just too low. High, whatever. It was on f2, now it's on f4. Maybe that'll give me better. Yeah, that's a lot better. I forgot I didn't have that adjusted. That's my only concern with using my other lens is my 20mm. It's a 17 to 35. It's 17 to 35, so I put 20. But it's an F4. Like, it's an F4 constant all the way through. But I feel like F4 is going to be just so dark. I guess right here isn't bad. You actually can see the nub. Maybe I just gotta be better about where I put my arms at. Maybe I will move the camera down a little bit. But then I'll have to be like here. But I guess you can actually see the parts now. I'll get this streaming thing down eventually. Like I said, this is the second stream I've done with a camera like this, so I'm still learning. I guess I should have done a different thumbnail. I should have done one with the Calibarn head on the box. I always change it after the fact, but holy good lord, that's a fucking gate. Whew. I think this is the last one on this part. Yeah, there we go. Hit it with the fucking buffing pad. That looks pretty good. Okay. So that's what we got so far. So we need D11 and D12 next. And D11's got a fucking sticker. Oh hey, it's got a sticker where I didn't panel line. That's good. Huh. Oop. I think 13, 14 after that. Please hold here when attaching parts. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh. Luckily that's the next step, not the step I'm on. Ooh. Okay. I still haven't figured out what's too thick of a sprue to cut through for these. I think like anything smaller than 3mm is fine, so. Get this sanded and then we'll get it erasered. And then I think we could put the head on after this one goes on. Oh, I may wait until I get the those side armored pieces on too. I really should probably be wearing my sanding mask, but what is PPE until you need it? PPE is, you know, it's optional with this. It's small enough it doesn't matter. If I was like sanding a big ass, but if I was doing like a perfect grade or something, I probably would wear a mask, but like the amount of plastic off of one of those is probably insane. Oh no, I've not done one. There used to be a perfect grade Sharzaku at one of the local shops, and I waffled back and forth on that so long getting it. I didn't, and they don't have it anymore. But, I mean, I don't know, I'm just so afraid to buy the PGs because I don't want to get an old one and it be polycap hell. Like, I think I talked about it last stream. I really want to get a master grade perfect Xeon. Like the one with the leggies. Even though the front looks like a booty. Like an old man butt. I really like the Zeongs. The Zeong's actually one of the few high grade kits I would debate buying, but I feel like it's just, again, one of the local shops have them, but they're like $28 or $30, I swear. I didn't swap. And the problem is that the real grade Zeong is barely any more than that. And, like, for real, why would you not just buy the real grade at that point? Especially for the Zeong. I feel like the high grade is sort of pointless when you can just get the real grade. But, I digress. So, I would like to get a perfect Zeong, but I just can't justify $300 for it. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, if I was doing like the perfect Zeong, I would definitely wear a mask for that. There's probably so many sprues and gates on that. But I think, yeah, instead of buying a master or like a perfect grade, I'd rather buy that. That's what I was getting at. Maybe that's what I was saying. I sort of lost my train of thought there multiple times. Yeah, I'm more of a space cadet than Amuro is. Fucking Space Force would probably study me if they could. Like the astronauts would be impressed with me. I'm in space and I don't even left the ground. I know, probably you can't, this is not the nub I'm sanding. The nub I'm sanding is right here. It's just an awkward spot, so I can't really show it. I'll rotate the part. And I feel like this nub's not gonna be visible either. Like the nub mark, it'll be hidden in the collar, but I guess we'll see. I'm fucking OCD like that though, so. Like I used to do 1 to 2 kits a year because the nub marks would just kill me, but I didn't have the money to invest into a good pair of nippers and all that. Like I tried razor blades and all, but I can never get them to look good. And I tried. I tried one last time. Like I did one last kit back in like 2024, maybe 2025, and I started it, and I didn't get very far because there's just so many bad nubs. It was the heavy arms. And it didn't look great. And I got like the arms and the head, the torso done. And then I stopped. Oh, my beard. And then I finally one day was like, I really want to build a Gundam again. It's like been a year since I've tried to work on one. And I said, fuck it, and ordered those. Actually, I got a nice pair of dual-bladed cutters from a local shop. And they didn't know they're dual-bladed, but they did such a better job than the Gundam-based ones I had. Like the entry Gundam nippers. Which those aren't bad, but it did a much better job, and then I decided to get these. I got these, and it became those. They're one of those Citadel pairs, and they did a really good job. So I got these. The Citadels became the first cut, and these became second cut, and they did really, really good. And I tried to get these, and then I got these, and now these are just for clear parts now. Like first cut on clear parts. But you know, after I got those Citadels, I did a whole kit, and then I started on another one, and then I started on another one, and I was like, oh yeah, this is a lot easier. And unfortunately, I got very OCD about it, and now we're here. The camera keeps dropping focus. So, like the whole time I've been, building 1-2 kits a year, I've been buying kits as I've been coming across them. So I've got a pretty big backlog, and so streams partially because, like I said last time, some of my friends wanted to watch me build, and then part of it's as an excuse to get through my backlog. I mean, I'm building every day anyways. I might as well stream it. This nub. I'm sure someone's gonna watch this and be like, bro, you're taking so long on every nub. And it's like, yeah, no. I want it to look good. Part of me does wonder how much longer it would be to, just cut it flush, fully sand and paint, but, oop. I don't know if I want to get into that hell yet. Because I don't think I'd be able to do painting on stream. Maybe with Gundam markers I could, but good lord, this nub. fucking accidentally keep sanding that. Okay, one nub to go. After I get this nub off and this on, I'm gonna take a 5-minute break and stretching. Whatnot. I try to get up every hour for a few minutes so I don't get a fucking blood clot. As nice as a blood clot sounds, I don't want one right now. Maybe after stream? I'd hate to have that happen on stream. This is not live leak, unfortunately. I don't want to get banned for that. Can you imagine? But after stream, maybe. Might be okay. I'm joking. Oh, it says to do that second. Okay. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna take a few minute break and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Well, about 5 minutes. I've got a minute left. Ooh, it is so fucking cold today, man. I was wondering how charged that other battery was. It's still charging. All right. So I do try to cut these larger pieces down a little bit first. I fucking forgot to get the tape. Oh well. Man, I should put this on the stream. Eventually I'm just gonna have a bunch of random crap all over my desk. You can't see him, but Moondramon's right off screen right there. I mean, I've got my little Mothra, my queen. I know I joked before I wanted to put a graveyard of Gundam at the top, but that never happened. So I'm gonna cut these down a little bit with these first. I feel like because these are so undergated, I don't have to cut them as high. See, that's what I'm trying to get. I mean, you can't see it, but like barely a nub, like a millimeter nub. But it's so hard. Oh, that sucks. It went in here. That's not a nub, that's not a nub. Focus? There we go. I may have to turn my light up some more. Now I think it's focusing worse. What the fuck? Alright. If I had a transition, I'd fix the camera, but I don't, so, you know, it's fine. It is what it is, honestly. I mean, it's probably about as good as I'm gonna get. It's fine. It's not a huge deal. It's all the learning process of streaming, right? There we go. It's focused now. I saw a comment about the Gundam streamers' biggest issue is autofocus, and I don't disagree with that comment. I hope the armor doesn't go over top of this and hide it, all the work I'm doing, but it's fine. I bet it does. I bet anything these nubs are covered. I will say, like, it's nice seeing how the gate pieces are a lot better gated, like a lot better undergated. Versus, like, I keep talking about Death Scythe, but I wonder if that's causing the autofocus issue. It was caused. That's funny. Oops. Damn it, you alien head. You're over there pulling focus from me. Can't believe that. Alright. 1 down, 3 to go. Oop, trying to not drop that. So I know. Okay, so back to what kit I want to do next. So I'm between doing the ball and the shark ball, but I'm waiting on water slides for him. I could do just one of the other MG balls there are, or I could do the high grade balls. But I also sort of want to do a real grade, and I might do that. I'm just not sure yet. And then I've got two kits I'm working on off stream, and one that's technically in progress, but it's technically backlog, depending on how you want to look at it. So I've got like a half-built core Gundam. I really need to finish. I got this habit of building the head, the torso, and the arms, and then that's it. I'm actually, it's funny, because my Death Scythe is currently head, arms, and torso. And I've got the feet, the actual underfeet, under frame feet, they're done. And I'm on the step where you start building the actual armor out for the feet. But I don't have the legs done yet. And I have a high-grade unicorn Gundam. Same. Feet are done. Or the head, everything to the I'm just gonna go grab them. So I'm back. So the core Gundam's a little bit different than the other two. I guess it doesn't actually look that bad on stream. Come on, focus. Focus, you son of a whore. So, I mean, you know, stop focusing. So, you know, the head's done, and the arms are done, and there's a pretty bad nub right there. There's pretty bad nubs on the back. So I'm gonna have to take this guy completely apart and clean him up before. This is a really, like, this is so old I couldn't even tell you when I did it. And actually this jet's probably gonna be stolen. One of my Zaku, my Char Zaku is, I don't think it's the right color, but I need a jet for my Zaku, my Char high grade Zaku. So the problem with this one is I gotta take him apart and clean him up, and then I can finish him. And then, so I've also got, like I said, a high-grade unicorn I'm working on, which he actually looks pretty good so far. Oh god, I hate the joints on this guy. So this is one, I've not panel lined a lot of kits. I've only done a few. This is one of the first I panel lined, and this is one of the, I need to fix his V-fin. It's really fucking loose. I need to put some joint. So and if you look, you can still see some sort of rough. This one I started before I got files and stuff like that. So it was when I think I had these, and maybe I had these too. I don't remember. But I didn't have good sanding stuff, so there's some spots on him that are pretty rough still. Oh my god, I hate these things. The stickers are sort of really shit on this, and I really should just mask and paint there and be done with it, but you know. He lives in a bag because his V-fin sucks. Actually, I keep all my models in little lunch baggies. You can see parts that I've cut out, and then the next started on his legs, but it didn't get very far. And then the one I'm working on, which again, no legs. Started on him. That feels really gunked. That does not feel good. I might need to take that apart and clean it a little better. But this one, part of the body, I did not. That was before I had some good stuff. But so I actually had to glue this in because I cut it too far, and then I sanded it too far with these. And so this is permanently glued in here now. But this one's actually pretty well done so far. You can see some of the nub marks still on him, but like I got his jewels pretty good. His jewels. I didn't panel line the dark parts though. I don't know what I want to do with that. And now that it's together, I can't use Tamiya liner. So I'd have to clear coat it, and then I could Tamiya panel line it. But like I got, you know, some of him panel lined with black. This was before I had this stuff, and I just had the microns. I panel lined him with those, and it looks okay, I guess. I did not put Duo in there though, so the Death Scythe will never have a pilot. It'll just be piloted by the Grim Reaper, I guess, which technically that's lore accurate, so, you know, whatever. But unless I completely stall on the Death Scythe, I probably will never build it on stream, but I'll show it on stream when it's done, more than likely. The issue is that usually when I finish a Gunpla, it goes to, like, I'll take a few pictures of it and then it goes to work to sit on my desk, but I'm starting to run out of room on my desk because I've got most of my high grades at work and I don't have a huge desk, and there's not really room for them anymore. I need to get some more stands to put them on, but the problem is then my desk has a bunch of stands on it and I can't see my monitors to work. So I may try to get like a shelf or something to put behind my desk or beside it on the wall or something for my models. But the problem is when I start building my master grades, I'm not going to have any room for them at all. But, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because I have quite a few massive master grades to do. I mean, like, I just showed I've got the high grade fucking full armor unicorn. The thing is pretty big in full armor mode. It's not as big as the Penelope. That thing, oh my lord. When I do the Penelope, that's going to take so much room. I don't even know if I'm going to have enough desk room to do it. I just actually might do the Penelope next, but I also was wanting to save the Penelope until I got decent at painting, because I want it to look really nice, but I also just want to build it really bad. I'm just not sure what to do next yet. And I've talked about it quite a few times today. That's okay. Trying to keep my train of thought about what I'm talking about on stream while also focusing on the parts is a little difficult. I oversanded this. Just a little. Oh no, maybe I didn't. This looked like I did. The edge is rough. There we go. Okay. I know I've still got a little bit left there, but oops. Hopefully I can get that angle there. Yeah, there we go, there a little bit. So, during the Slime movie, they showed a trailer for the next Hathaway movie. And man, I know I'm not caught up with, like, I'm not done with 79. And the trailer made it look like 79 was required watching first. But I sort of just want to watch Hathaway and then go and see the next part at the same time. But I don't know how much context I'll be missing without having seen all of Gundam and then, you know, all the other seasons. Because I think it's, what, UC 105? Or 107? So, it's like, what, it'd be 30 years after the 1 Year War? So Amuro would be pretty old. Like, I know I saw, like, they showed the new Gundam. Oh. So I've been wondering why the new Gundam and the Hive New have, like, the real grades for them have went up in price a lot. And, like, I know part of it is because they've not been reprinted in a while. But I guess that makes sense. That's probably why they went up in price, is because they're in the Hathaway movie. But I don't know for sure. So, like I said, I'm torn. I could, it's May 15th, so, you know, 13 days, 2 weeks. 2 weeks till it comes out. So that's, you know, that's more than enough time to finish 79. You know, I'm halfway done. Little under halfway done with it. I have, let's see here. I have, I have 10 hours left in it. It's not bad. And then, you know, the Hathaway movie is only like an hour and a half. That's only 12 hours. And then I'm like caught up, yeah? I don't know what continuity, I don't know what show fucking, the new Gundam is from at all. So that's what, the RX-93. So that's, man, does Amuro get like fucking frozen or something? Is he like a fucking robot? I know he's a new type, but like, I'm not a Fate Gundam fan. I just don't like. I remember watching Seed. I said that last stream, and I've watched Wing, but I don't. Like, I know, okay, so, like, the Gundam pilots are the new types, right? Like, that's obvious. But, like, I don't think new types are talked about at all in Wing. And then, 8 or 7. 7. How does this... But I don't remember. And so, coordinators are new types in, in Seed. But, I know it's not good to do stickers like that, but I just don't fucking care. That was annoying. Oh, color correcting stickers are the bane of my existence. good enough. All right, there we go. Can't even tell now. Can't even tell that there's a fucking gap. You totally can, but you know what, it's fine. Oops. I fucked that real good. Ah. Took a much steadier hand for that than I thought. Okay. Oh. Alright. Filled that in. Then. Oh, I didn't clean the back up though. I'm trying to not touch the sides now. The neck collar's a little messy, but it's fine. It's fine. Now I need E5 and E8. Oh, so we broke there. Oops. Okay. I don't know if these count as clear parts, but I'm sure not going to use my god hands on them. They're translucent, so I guess technically they do. Oop. Oop. Sand, 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 sand. Can't believe we're almost to the torso. That's awesome. Oh, it bent that tab so far back. Oh shit, I took a chunk out of it. That's what I was worried about. Sorry guys, didn't mean to take it off stream. Yeah, I fucked that real good. I can't believe I did that. Oh well. Okay, I think that's mostly fixed. I can't see it now, so I think we're fine. So these two nubs on the side, though, good lord. There we go. One up to go. Oops, move the body out of my way. I just snapped that nub right off. Okay. Oh, oh! That goes on second. Okay. Good thing we saw that. Alright, so let's not do that again. Not cut the nub off right against it. not bad. And a few more swipes, which should be good. Oh, still a bit of a nub. Yeah. I still can't leave my camera trying to focus on that alien head over my hands. But I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense because it's a face over hands. I don't know what autofocus mode I'm in, so probably autofocus. I said I don't use the video mode very often, so. So many passes. Yeah, there we go. Sorry guys, these clear parts I've just focused on so much to make sure I get the nub right. I'm sorry it's not on stream. I just gotta have it closer to my face than the other parts, so. Okay. So this actually did go on first. How? Huh, this is definitely a design choice. So I guess that just sits there till you get the sides on? Huh, okay. So once I get these last two pieces done and together, that will be streamed for today. But you know, we got a little bit of time left. But I just wanted to give everyone a heads up what was going on, so I don't just spring that end on you. I will be streaming tomorrow though. I'm gonna try to get streams started between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern. But you know, I took a nap this morning, which is why stream started so late. So, but tomorrow I'm gonna try to get at least the arms done, if not, you know, whatever else I can. But we'll see. I'm definitely getting a little bit quicker as I go, but you know, getting used to the sanding I think is the hardest part. But it also, it's not like it can go quicker, you know what I mean? It can only really go one of like 3 speeds. Well, you know, one of more than 3 speeds, but you either take way too much off, take the right amount, or take not enough. And right there, I'm about to take too much. I am taking too much. That's pretty decent. This part's got a lot of cleanup on it, though. You can see. But it's fine. We got it. We got this. Oh, there was panel liner there and I removed it, okay. I was like, oh shit, I cut really deep into it, but I think there's just a panel line there. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, there's a panel line there. I definitely went a little too deep, but that's what's going on there. Part of the side there. I'm trying to not do that, but you know, it's sort of hard sometimes to not just bite straight through, especially with the plus, because it's like super pretty. Like, I really wish that they had one more of these as a higher, like not 400 grit, but like 8 or something. But I mean, that's what these are. I think this is 2, this is 4, I think it's 6, 8, 10, and then 12. But this is more like... That's what, 8? It's 1,000. Yeah, it's like a 1,000 is what this is, I swear. Although I've been using it a lot, so maybe it was lower grit. I know I'd be better with sanding blocks, but I really like the sponges a lot, so... That's why I use them. I should be cutting those up into pieces to get better longevity out of them, but again, So I should be doing this. Should use my cut mat, not the whole surface, but it's fine. I've actually been meaning to do that. Really, I should have used this to measure it, but... actually stream tomorrow about the same time as today, like 12:30, so I can go to this local Mexican place and get lunch tomorrow. So I haven't been there. I go like once or twice a week. I haven't been there in a bit. So that's pretty good. Alright. Time to clean this one. I think this was one of the pieces that was like a real pain to get panel lined too. There was this little detail there. I was like, why is there a spot of black? Yeah, I definitely think the other lens was much better for stream quality. I'm gonna try a few other lenses and see which ones do best, but you know, it is what it is. I'm sure no one will mind. I feel like I've listened to this song like literally 6 times today. It's definitely going to be Undertale soundtrack tomorrow. Alright. This is... It was that side. Oh no. Oh no. The part's threatening to fall into the cut box. Alright. One piece to go. I cut those all a lot closer than I probably should have, but it's okay. I'm trying to see, just like on the white plastic, like each different color as I go, seeing how it is if I cut almost flush. Because I'm cutting like 3-4 millimeter out, and it's just taking forever every part. Which, I mean, is fine, you know, because that's less room for me to saw right through too far. But sometimes I just feel like I'm going forever. That was a lot quicker. Okay. I'm gonna start cutting like that. I probably can't do that like on the Death Scythe, but at least on this one I can. Must have missed some right here. Just like that, we've got the body. not done. Looks pretty good so far. The camera was... the lens wasn't so poop. Well, really, if I was pulling a straight HDMI stream, it probably would look a lot better too, but... yeah. So that's our progress for today. Tomorrow we're gonna get the arms done, and maybe we'll get the legs done too, who knows? Let's see. Yeah, so this step's the next page is the arms and the legs. Although, based on the current speed, we may only get done with one arm tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see. That's not a huge deal either way. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful night, or a wonderful whatever time it is for you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.